Okay, this is Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Memory Sequence 8. This is Requiem. So, to get 100% sync in this mission, you have to not get detected. And, the 5 times I ran through this mission, the very end was always the part that I ended up getting detected on. So it's literally at the very end. You just have to get very, very lucky. But sorry, I'm recording this very late at night. But for most of this mission, it's pretty easy to get through this without really getting detected, especially if you have, obviously, well, yeah, by this point, I would think you've bought the crossbow. And also, since I've done all the Romulus layers, I have the, I guess it's Armor Romulus, or whatever you want to call it. So, you can see I have like a ton more health now. So, once you get up here, you get this little cinematic of Cesare showing up.
Get out of my way!
And at this point, depending, it differs. Sometimes there's a guy walking in this path. Sometimes he's here, and then sometimes he's not. And the 5 times I ran through this area, he was there, I think, 3 out of the 5 times. But for this particular point, when I felt better about this version, he wasn't there. So, just kinda, it's more convenient just to shoot these guys so you don't have to worry about possibly one of them seeing you. And this is something I hadn't been doing up until this point. Loot the guys' bodies, because you'll usually get some money out of it, and especially by this point, you should get some crossbow bolts from their bodies. So, since basically during this whole mission, you don't want to run out of bolts for the crossbow. So, coming up in this next section, this is really the first section where remaining undetected might be a bit of a hassle. Just because eventually you have like one guy up on a roof, one guy like on the stairs, and then like a group of guys walking below you, and usually the guy right up there on the roof will be the one that will notice you immediately, with the guy that kind of goes up the stairs that you need to get to being the second one you have to really be concerned about avoiding his eye line. So, like, just kind of check the stairs, make sure he isn't there, and then also that guy all the way over on that other roof. The closer you get to the area where you can jump into the hay, he'll be able to see you. So, the first chance you get, jump into that hay bale. Depending on your timing, you might have, it's usually just this guy and then the other guy, but then depending on your timing, you might also have this group of 4 guys walking by. And I got totally lucky here because I knew this guy was gonna stab the hay bale and he was gonna detect me. So I stabbed him and pulled him into the hay bale, and no one paid attention to it. They were just like, oh, whatever, and they just kept walking. So I got so lucky during that section. So once no one's looking, run up the stairs and head to the door, and thankfully you get a checkpoint, so you don't have to deal with that bullshit anymore.
I don't understand. I ordered a fresh batch of La Cantarella last night.
I am terribly sorry, mia signora, but the Pope has taken it all.
Where is the Pope?
In the area that you need to get to.
Strange. He did
But
not tell
because
me
this is
Cesare had
Assassin's Creed,
returned.
you know, you have to platform all the way around the room in order to get
gives me so much trouble.
up
Why didn't
to
I
that
stay in the
opening in the
stables?
ceiling.
What a family this Pope has.
But this isn't too difficult, especially if you've played 2 or if you've gotten this far in the Brotherhood. This is piece of cake platforming by this point. So just kind of go along and hang from stuff, and you know, eventually when you get up into this area, sometimes depending on timing, there might be a guard kind of standing within this room. So like on one of my run-throughs, the guy was standing there and I was trying to pull him, like kill him and pull him through the hole, but he was kind of like at the corner, so I couldn't really grab at him. So he ended up like detecting me and, you know, fucking up the sink. And I used the gun on that guy when I meant to use the crossbow. That's one of the hassles in selecting on that weapons wheel, is that sometimes you select the wrong thing you want to use. So luckily there wasn't any other guys around that were like, what the fuck? Who shot a gun in here? And then thankfully this guy doesn't come down the stairs. Otherwise I'd be pissed. And I just barely avoid that guy. Now, the guy in this room is usually the guy that will be standing at the opening that you'll come into. And I just got so unlucky that he happened to be there. But by this point, I had gone through this thing like 5 different times, and I just didn't care at this point. So usually if he is in that room, usually he hopefully isn't looking that way, so you can easily kill him with the crossbow. And then there's one guy walking over on that end, and there's another guy over by the window, but he's kind of looking out the window. So pretty much just if you climb up here and then hang here, you can reach over and kill this guy, and the other guy just won't realize what's happened. So like I was starting to drop because I wasn't sure if he was on notice, and then you can just kind of switch to your crossbow, and you should just be able to kill him with no problem. And pretty much after this point, if you haven't been detected yet, you're pretty much in the clear, because you just have to kind of climb along the wall to end this mission.